Hey, what's going on everybody? Matt Regan, personal trainer here. Thank you so much for joining me. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you today about a $200 home gym versus a $2,000 home gym. So if you've been following me, seen any of my videos, maybe check me out on Instagram, you may have seen me working out in this room. So this is a room off my living room. This is my living room here, and as we go back, there's this like 8x9 closet. So I built my OG original gym out of this space, and it's done okay. You know, it's been all right. We'll start right at the bottom. So this floor is kind of the click together tile type flooring, relatively cheap. You can probably pick up this flooring for 30, 40, 50 bucks depending on how much space you need. I went with a plyo box. I built this myself. This is one of the first things I built when I got into fitness. I was like, oh, I need a box to jump on. People are jumping on boxes. You really don't need a box to jump on. But anyway, this serves a decent purpose. A plyo box, you can use it as a bench. You can do step ups. You can do single leg squats, assisted squats, stuff like that. Hip thrusts maybe. Stability ball. This is a great bang for your buck exercise product. I would say if you're just getting into fitness, you don't want to spend a lot, get a stability ball, because this is another product. You could use this as a bench. You could lay down on it. You could do a ton of core stuff with it. You could do glute bridges. Stability ball has a lot of versatility and relatively cheap. You can get one for 20, 30, 40 bucks. That'll suit your needs. If you do buy a stability ball, you got to get the right size for you, and you got to keep it really inflated. As they start to deflate, they don't work as well. And if they're too big or they're too small, they're based on your height. So buy one that fits your height. And then I just went with a bunch of bands. I've had these bands, different varieties of tensions of bands. I got a couple pull-up bars. This one I got at Home Depot, just like a standard steel bar. This one's like a little thicker. And then I have this pull-up bar that I've had since I was a little kid, and I just put some electrical tape. But this is just kind of the twisty one. You can get one like this for like 30 bucks. A pull-up bar is I would say one of the most underrated exercise pieces of equipment, even if you're not ready to do pull-ups, because you can use it as an attachment point to hang things like Olympic rings, so you could do your rows, or maybe you put a pulley with, you know, some stuff for like tricep push downs or stuff like that. So pull-up bar is very versatile. Again, even if you can't do pull-ups, consider getting a pull-up bar. You can do assisted pull-ups. You can get a band that helps you do the pull-up bar. They make all these different pull-up assist type bands. So again, this is just a little tour. You could probably outfit a gym similar to this for around 200 bucks with some decent flooring that'll be good for stretches, some pull-up bars, some bands to give yourself, maybe a ball, to give yourself a good workout. And if you know what you're doing, you can get all the major movement patterns, your vertical pull, your vertical push, your horizontal pull, your horizontal push, all those major things. You know, again, if you know what you're doing, you could pretty much use your body weight. But there's some things that body weight, it's just hard to do. You know, it's hard to hit your back with just body weight, to do, you know, pulls properly, like a lat pull down or a row. And then deadlifting and hamstrings and glutes and stuff like that, it's hard to do with just body weight. Not that it's impossible, but it's just not as good. So that brings us to the new gym. Here we are. This is my $2,000 home gym. And you might be thinking, bro, there's like nothing in there. What did you spend $2,000 on? And that's a fair question. So I want to start. Let's start with the floor again. This one I went with horse stall mats. So this stuff is 3/4 inch rubber, and it's heavy. This one I cut in half, but they come in 4x6 foot sheets. So these are 4x6. These ones over here. So this 4x6, I have 5 of them in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 of them in here. I wanted more, but they're sold out. The only place you can get these is at Tractor Supply Company. Again, they're 4x6 foot, 3/4 inch horse stall mats. They're made for horses, but they're great for exercise. They're sold out now because everybody's using them for their home gyms, all right? So they're tough to get, but if you go to the Tractor Supply website and you search for the stall mat, you could search nearby stores and call around. I did it, and there was one. It was like an hour and 20 minutes away. I drove pretty far, and then I had to put it in my car, and it was really heavy, and then I had to lug it up the stairs, and my sister came over to help me, and we got in a fight, but it worked, and it was a pain, but I'm so glad they're here. The benefit of having this thick floor, especially for me, is it keeps it quiet. This, it had like a hardwood floor that was like super old, and it was really creaky. As soon as I put down this stall mat, the creaks, I would say, decreased by 50 to 100%. Like you can't even hear, and it used to be like really creaky. So that's gonna keep it quiet in here. I wanna have some clients or friends come over, or myself to lift weights. I don't wanna be disturbing the neighbors underneath me, so this stuff is really good. When you're thinking about your home gym too, I think this is an important part. If you only have a little bit of space, outfit your space for the gym and make it for that only. And you could start by getting this floor. Let's say you only have an 8x8 space. An 8x8 space is plenty big. Like, all you really need for gym space is to be able to spin around 360 and not hit any piece of furniture. That would be probably the space you need. So you're not going to be banging into dressers and stuff like that while you do your exercises. So, you know, maybe you can get away with one 4x6 stall mat, and that's your gym, and you could put all your gym stuff on top of that. But what I see is a lot of people, when they talk about their home gyms, they end up having like these grand ideas of what it's going to be, and then they end up like just not doing anything. So I would say instead of doing that, just start with one horse stall mat, get a 4x6, and put a little flat bench on it and get a couple pieces of weight, and that's your gym space, and that's your dedicated space that you can make for that. But space is important, and as I mentioned before, I think I mentioned it, but when I was in this space, in the old gym, I didn't really like to work out in here. I didn't have as good of equipment as I have now, but just the vibe was not good. It just felt to me like closed in, like maybe I needed a TV or some more decoration or some more stuff. But then, you know, I put some effort and I got serious about this, and I started out, I painted the walls chalkboard black. I cleaned up some of the stuff. I painted, you know, just cleaned up everything, like made it, you know, fresh. And then I started with the floor. I got this Marcy bench. This is one of the only budget things I got. Oh, back to the floor real quick. So these stall mats are about 50 bucks each. So that's about 250 bucks. This bench was about $60. So that's like, you know, this was probably one of the only budget things I bought. But this bench holds up to like 600 pounds, so it's flat. It's gonna, yeah, I think it'll hold the weight. That's all I need to do. So what did I spend the money on? This is what I spent the money on, all right? Okay, so these are Rogue DB15 Olympic 2-inch dumbbell handles. These were about $300 for the pair. They make other brands that are cheaper than this on Amazon, but if you're going for this style, choose either 2-inch or 1-inch plates and go with it. Make everything the same. I went with the 2-inch. This is more professional, a little more commercial. If you're just at home, you could probably get away with the 1-inch plates that have a 1-inch hole. You might save some money on that, okay? But I went with the Olympic 2-inch style plates and got these. I started with these 5-pound weights. They were in my dad's garage and they were all rusty, and I took a wire brush to them, cleaned them up, put some spray paint on them. I used Sharpie Silver Metallic to get the lettering, and then I put a clear coat over it, and they came out really good. I'm really happy with them. And then I bought 8 of these 10-pound plates. These are on Amazon. I think the company's like Sporzon, probably some Chinese crap, but whatever. They're 10 pounds and they were $22 a pound. So I was like, all right, that's not that bad. I can stomach that. So I bought 8 of these. This was like $200, okay? So I bought 8 because then I could put 4, 2 on here, 2 on here, 2 on here, 2 on here, and then all of a sudden these become 55-pound dumbbells. Then I could put the 5s. Then I got 4 2.5s. I also painted these two black, the same color as these to match, which was a little bit of work, but I wanted it to be matchy-matchy. Then I got 2.5-pound plates, and then I got these 1.25-pound plates. These were like 20 or 30 bucks. These were actually like 40 bucks for these 1.25, so these were a little bit expensive, but the 1.25s are important because now, if I load this, I have every dumbbell increment from 15 to 72.5 pounds. Everything in between. I could do 67.5, 65, 62.5, 60, all the way up. And then I could just get more 10s, and these load all the way up to 115 pounds. So these are going to be like all I will ever need. I have some old dumbbells too, but those were from the past, so we're not going to talk about those. But, so that was huge. So this whole setup was probably, I'm going to say like $600-700. Ballpark, okay? Next. Went for the Rogue Ohio bar. So it's barbell time. This is the Rogue Ohio bar from their Boneyard collection. The Boneyard collection is any product that they have that has any misperfection on it. And I had to look pretty hard before I found what my imperfection was. But that could be like a imperfection in the paint or something like that. So this bar, the only thing I found imperfect was here. There's a Rogue, sweet little Rogue emblem. Branding, if you will. And then on this side, I guess it fell off. There's no branding here. So that bar was $225. The regular Ohio bar is like $315, so I saved like 90 bucks by not having the branding. My muscles are not going to be able to know the difference by not having that branding, so they don't care. And then to load that up, I went with bumper plates. Rogue again. Rogue actually has stuff. You got to check their website, but they do get inventory in and it goes quick. I saw these military spec. Let me just put this down for a sec so you guys can stop bouncing. I'm still learning how to film too, so I'm not great at that. But these are their military spec plates, rubber bumper plates. They have 3 different types of rubber bumper plates, and these were like $160 or something, I think, for the 45s, and these were like 88 bucks for the 25s each for a pair. So between the barbell and the bumper plates all in with shipping, that was like $800. But, so this is $235 on the bar, and then I can load up all the plates that I have too. So I already can load up like 340 pounds, you know, on the bar if I, you know, for deadlifts and stuff like that. Squats, chest press. No, I don't chest press 340. But maybe one day I could work to that. So the reason why I like this setup, there's other alternatives you can get. Obviously for dumbbells, you could just buy individuals. That's going to get crazy expensive and take up a ton of room. You see how little this doesn't take up any space. Like I could put the other, I have the other 4 plates there, but I could put the 4 plates here and literally this is all the space this takes up for everything. Like I said, up to 72.5 pounds. So that's why I really like it. It's space, you know, great for not taking up space. Super versatile. My ultimate plans too, I do want to eventually get a squat rack in here and get some pulley systems with the Olympic, just so I could put the Olympic plates on the pulley and then all of a sudden, boom, now I have a pulley system for that, you know, consistent mechanical tension that I'm looking forward to. So this works for me. Really, when I think about exercise, I think a lot of people are just lacking their strength. They're lacking hitting their major movement patterns, their horizontal pull, their horizontal push, their vertical pull, vertical push, knee dominant, hip dominant stuff. You know, it's just, that's everything. That's everything. So if you can mimic those major movement patterns in a good way, like I can do now with my home gym, I'm set. And this stuff's not going to deteriorate. It's not going to break. But real quick, back to the dumbbells, because I kind of built my gym around these dumbbells. Your other options are getting like power blocks or adjustable dumbbells. Power blocks, you're going to spend $500, $600, $700 once you build those out anyway. I know another couple companies make up to like, a lot of companies make up to like 50-pound dumbbells. If you can already chest press 50 pounds, don't get 50-pound adjustable dumbbells because you're going to be let down. You're going to get on there and you're going to start doing 50 pounds right away, maxing out. And then where do you go from there? You're never going to be able to progress if you can already do the highest amount that you get. And those aren't cheap either. You get a pair of loadable 50-pound dumbbells, you're going to spend $200, $300 anyway. So why not get the handles and then just get plates as you can afford them and just build it more and more and more. So that's kind of my strategy. That's what I thought about. I put some speakers in here. I got a TV. This one's too big. I got to get a different TV for here. But just, you know, I wanted to create a space that I actually want to come to, and that's the biggest difference is now I want to train in here, and I'm excited to train in here, and people are calling me like, yo, bro, gym's closed. Like, can I come over and train? And I'm like, yeah, bro, like, let's go. Get over here. So that's what I wanted, and I want to give you guys a tour and show you what's possible. You can definitely, as I said, get a good workout in a gym that just has, you know, basic stuff with some bands, some pull-up bars, and some flooring, or take it to the next level like I did and get some, you know, some different stuff. So I wanted to give you guys this information, let you know what I'm doing, because I know a lot of people are trying to figure out their home gym game right now, and this stuff is still out there if you look for it. Again, check the websites, check them over and over. If you like a certain product, you gotta kind of say, all right, I'm going to check it a couple times a week. Websites change. Inventory availability changes all the time. So you got to stay on top of it if you want to get something specific. But I think that this plate system, and I've already done, you know, a lot of stuff with these dumbbells. The only difference that, like, with these dumbbells is that they are 21 inches long. So when you do chest press with them, you have to take a little more of a neutral grip than a regular grip, because if you do a regular straight grip, you're going to have to go really wide outside the chest. But if you do a little more neutral grip, you just tilt it in, and it doesn't matter. They also sell DB10s, which are 10-pound weights. These are 15s. That the 10s like stop like here or something. So the 10s you can load up to like 55 pounds. These can be loaded up to 120. I eventually want to get the 10s too, and they come with skinnier handles too. So if you're female and you want like a 25 millimeter handle, they sell those now too, DB10. So that's what I did. And I hope you liked this video. I hope that you found this helpful. Hopefully it saves you guys some money or gives you some good ideas for your own home gym. If you like this content, the last thing I'd recommend you do is definitely subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos like this. I'm going to be shooting some great videos and of my workouts and stuff like that in the future. So yeah, definitely consider subscribing. If you liked it, click the like button. If you have questions, comments, please drop a comment below and let me know what you think, or if you have questions about my setup and what you're thinking about. I'd love to help. So thank you so much for being here again. Stay strong, stay fit, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.